There's that cutter from Dylan Dodd downstairs, 1-1.
I do wonder, as kind of Birdie showed you that grip in the cutter, it's like a true cutter grip. Some guys will go to a slider grip and make it a little bit smaller, kind of call it a cutter, even though it's more of a slider. You see the kind of movement that Dodd is able to get. His play is a little bit more like a small slider. Be curious to see how he holds that baseball. It's not an easy thing to do, to just kind of go off a little bit of the four-seamer and really get the true cut. I'm thinking about Kenley Jansen and Mariano, the great cutters that we have seen over the years. A lot of guys have to manipulate that ball a little bit more.
See if he throws it here again to Durbin. As a slider that time, this will work as well. Good inning for Dodd. All right, let's see what the Braves can do. It'll start off with Michael Harris when we get back.
All right, you guys, so only 3 more outs, and we're going to cash our parlay today. We had the Astros upsetting the Miami Marlins, and we also had the Brewers to defeat the Atlanta Braves and pay tribute to Barack Obama on his 64th birthday. Of course, if the Braves lose, they'll pick up their 64th loss of the season, and the Brewers will improve to 68-44. Like how Barack Obama, who names equals 68, was the 44th U.S. president. And if you guys notice on the left, on the bottom left, the gematria of the name Barack Hussein Obama equals 64. And today he's turned 64 years old. So one team will pick up their 64th loss. The other team can pick up their 68th win. The Brewers can pick up that win. And the Braves can pick up that loss today. And yeah, we're just 3 outs away. And like I said, the Brewers will become 68-44 when the guy who was the 44th president has a 68 named Gematria. So let's see what happens. The score is 3-1. I think the Astros already won the first game of the day. Yeah, 8-2, of course. So that was another one. And yeah, so let's see what happens, because the game is not over. There's still 3 more outs left.
Out of market game, live or on demand. Plus, stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Well, the all-star closer is in. Trevor McGill trying to get his 25th save of the season here as he enters in the bottom of the 9th.
3 blown saves on the season for McGill. If you like round numbers, you can see 40 games, an even 37 innings, an even 30% strikeout rate, and an even 10% walk rate. And he averages an even 99 miles an hour with his fastball. This dude throws hard. He's got a knuckle curveball to go with it.
And he faces 5, 6, 7 of the Braves' orders, starting with Michael Harris.
You know, people claim that there's no locks in baseball or in sports, but, you know, I disagree. I think there are certain games that are just undeniable. And especially when it lands on a special day like this, you know, they love to pay tribute to presidents, especially baseball. I can go back to many World Series where they paid tribute to former presidents, like the 119th World Series that paid tribute to George Bush. It was the World Series when the Nationals beat the Astros, and they paid tribute to George Herbert Walker Bush, and so many other World Series. They're always paying tribute to former presidents, and even in the regular season, they're paying tribute to presidents on their birthdays. We see this kind of stuff all the time, you guys.
Well, Truist Park has to be a little extra special for Trevor McGill. He made his major league debut here in 21 with the Cubs, and then first All-Star game that he appeared in last month right here in Atlanta as well, and now he tries to get his 25th save of the season here.
I mentioned 99, but it's been 3 breaking balls so far to start this inning. He's got a very unique kind of pre-pitch set up where he is really closed off, and it looks like he's going to be crossfire, but by the time he actually delivers the ball, he is going straight at hitters. But he really closes himself off big time prior to throwing pitches. And for me, that is probably just something to try to keep him closed, but it's not Chris Sale where he's coming across his body. But watch that front foot. The fact that you can see space between his 2 feet, pretty incredible.
And then he goes with a 101-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball to get Ozzie Albies.
That's a tough at-bat after a couple of breaking balls, and that four-seam fastball has some of that giddy up on it, that rise that we talk about. So it's high velocity and tough movement.
Eli White is the final hope for Atlanta. Braves 14 at bats tonight that have only been 1 or 2 pitches. Talked about how efficient Quinn Priester was, going 7th. Then Uribe pitched the 8th, and now McGill here in the 9th. Oh, 2. Wonder if he's going to do what he did to Ozzie.
You feel like after you saw a couple of breaking balls and the way that he approached him that we would see probably an aggressive fastball somewhere outside of the strike zone.
Now he went with that knuckle curve again, but it works. It's a 1-2-3 ninth for McGill, and the Brewers win game 1 of the series 3-1.
Yeah, what an unusual game here. Eric Fetty threw the ball well. He had a hit by pitch, couple of infield singles, and then that hanging breaking ball, backdoor sweeper. That was it. If you were to say that you were going to hold the Brewers to 3 hits, the way they were swinging the bats coming into this one, you would have felt like the Braves could have won it. But a 3-1 final, a tough one, but they pitched well, and that's important against this tough offense.
All right.
A quick ball game, 2 hours and 11 minutes tonight.
All right. So, like I said, today the Brewers picked up their 68th win of the season. The name Barack Obama is 68. He turns 64 years old today. The Braves picked up their 64th loss. The name Barack Hussein Obama equals 64. These were the notes on the Patreon. The Milwaukee Brewers can improve to 68 and 44 on Barack Obama's 64th birthday. Barack Obama equals 68. He was the 44th U.S. president. Notice the Braves can pick up their 64th loss of the season. Shout out to the 7 people who like this post. I don't know why a lot more people don't like these posts. I mean, this is a phenomenal decode. I don't know why people are not even hitting the like. I mean, Jesus Christ, what do we have to do to get a like out here? Yeah, so I just want to see. You know what? I don't think I need to do that. Let's take a look at the rest of the games on the board. See how many teams pay tribute to Barack today. I like how the Pirates can stay on 48 wins on 4/8. That's interesting. That wasn't strong enough for me though. Maybe the Mets pick up that 64th win. I don't know though. I stood away from this game. You know, the only reason I really liked the Brewers game. And I told John, if you're watching this, you know, I spoke to him earlier today, Johnny Stash, a member of the community, and I was telling him, like, yeah, there are a lot of games that can pay tribute to the 64 on Barack Obama's 64th birthday. But the reason I liked this game the most out of all the other ones is because this game, 3 Barack Obama numbers could have hit. Right? The 68, like we spoke about, the 44, and the 64. I mean, these are very important numbers to Barack. So I said 3 numbers can hit today in the records. That looks good. And you notice the Phillies also picked up their 64th win and stayed on 48 losses. When this guy's birthday is on 4/8, turns 64 years old today. I notice President equals 133. They won 13-3. So the Phillies, they definitely pay tribute to Barack. The Tigers stayed on 48 losses on 4/8. Let's see. I don't think there's any more tributes I can play. the Barack has the 59 connection. I think when his Secret Service name equals 59. But yeah, that's not strong enough either. Like I said, the Brewers they had the best narrative today, and that's why we gave that out today. Yeah. And yeah, let's see. I forgot how much I didn't bet that much money, but I think I won I won like $193, which is not bad. I think I placed like a $50 bet on a parlay, because the thing is the Astros were underdogs, because I think they was on like a 3-game losing streak, and they upsetted the Marlins today. I think like my $50 bet turned into $193, which is not bad. That goes to show you how you can really turn money into profit if you be patient and you wait for the good riddles. There are locks in baseball, in all sports. You just have to be patient and not want to bet every day. A lot of people want to bet every single day, man. And every day is not Barack Obama's birthday. Every day we don't see the ritual sacrifices. So if you can't be patient, you're not gonna be make money in this stuff. People always say, "Oh, I lost this much money." Yeah, but that's because you're addicted. This is not about getting addicted to sports betting. This is about benefiting off the knowledge. And there are certain days where the riddles are undeniable. Yeah, but I just wanted to come on here so you guys can see how rigged baseball is. For all of you who claim that, there's no way the players are all in on it. Ugh. I mean, what are the odds of this game happening and ending the way it did? That Brewers game. And if you go back in history, look how many times the White Sox play on Barack Obama's birthday, and see how many times they pay tribute to Barack. Actually, we could do that now. Let's go back to a couple of years. Let's go back to the last 5 years and just review all the White Sox games that have been played on August 4th. So you guys can see that I'm not making this up. So some years they don't play on his birthday, but some years they do. So this is 2024. Let's see if they're not on the schedule last year. Oh yeah, they was. Okay, so let's see what they did last year. So last year on his birthday, the Twins, that's funny. They had Barack Obama. His hometown team was playing the Minnesota Twins. Like the Twin Towers. That's funny. Yeah, the Twins stayed on 48 losses that day. On 4/8. And they fell to 10-47 when President equals 147. I don't think that's a reach. I think that's more ritual. All right, so that was 2024. 2023. Ha! You see that? They picked up their 68th loss on his birthday. Barack Obama equals 68. They picked up their 68th loss on his birthday in 2023. I'm telling you, man, this stuff, you gotta wait for these type of games, man. These are the money makers. Let's see, what about 2022? Did they play that year? They did. I know President equals 47. President is 47 and 52. So one team picked up their 47th win and the other team picked up their 52nd loss. And notice President is also 133, like how the Phillies, today they won 13-3 on his birthday. The President equals 133 as well. So I think that's what they did in 2022 on his birthday. All right, so let's see, 2 more years. Let's go 2021 and then 2020. So in the year 21, And I'm only looking at the White Sox. There's probably other games that pay tribute to him. So this is 2022. The White Sox are constantly losing on his birthday. That's probably something else to that too. The 63. Man, where have I seen that number with them? And yeah, these other numbers are important too, like the 76 and 32. You know what? They might be paying tribute to him with the 32 as well. I think I'm overlooking that because the name of Barack Obama is also 32. His name is also 126 and 45 like Phillies. The name of Rock. Yeah, I'm not seeing exactly what they did in 2022. Well, they did pick. They stayed on 38 home wins. The name Barack Hussein Obama equals 163 to 38th prime. That's probably what that was, but I don't know. Let's look at 2020. So they won in 2020. This was the coronavirus year. They became 7-4 on his birthday, 6-2 away, and they play the Brewers again that day. Oh, actually no. Today the Brewers. I think the Brewers play the Braves. 74-47. Yeah. Let's see. What else they did in the rest of the league? The Nationals. That's what the tribute. You know, that's the thing. It doesn't always have to be the White Sox, but I think the Nationals pay tribute to him. It makes sense. A team from Washington. They became 4-4 and 4-4 at home on 44's birthday. Barack Obama, the 44th president, and then the Mets fell to 4-8 on 4/8. The Braves became 8-4 on 8/4. Yeah, so a clear 44 ritual with the Nationals on his birthday. Makeup date September 11th. Oh shit. Phillies and Marlins got postponed to September 11th that day. Let's just take a look at one more year. Let's see what happened in 2019. The first game of the day. Look at that. The White Sox again picking up that 48th win on his birthday on 4/8. Playing the Phillies. All right. But yeah, I'll leave it there though. I gotta look at some other games. I'll probably post another game before the 10 o'clock game start. So if you're interested in the sports information, you have to go to Patreon because I'm not giving out any more free stuff on YouTube. So yeah, I'm gonna take a look at this Cardinals game that's about to start in about 30 minutes, and see if we can catch any of these live bets. So the Pirates, there you go. See the Pirates? They can stay on 60. Wait, that game is over, right? Bottom of the ninth. This game is over. Yeah, the Pirates. It looks like the Pirates just won. Because how can it be the bottom of the ninth if they're up 5-4? I don't get it. But yeah, this game, man. How is it the bottom of the ninth if they're up? Yeah, the Pirates gonna stay on 64 losses. The name Barack Hussein Obama equals 64. He's turning 64 today. But I don't know why they're at the bottom of the ninth if the Pirates. Oh yeah, okay, that game ended. Okay. Oh yeah, so they won in the bottom of the ninth. That's what it was. Okay, so yeah, they stand on 64 losses on his 64th birthday. That makes sense. Yeah, so I'll look at the games that are live now, and then if not, then I'll give you guys the Dodgers pick. If not, then we'll wait for tomorrow and see what they got for us tomorrow. But again, I just want to say congratulations and thank you to all the people who support my Patreon. I really appreciate it. And yeah, just don't bet every day, you guys. Take advantage of days like today. Clear tributes to former presidents. That's a big thing in baseball. Right? Hit the like, share, and please, 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 please stop supporting these leagues, man. Stuff is a joke. All right, you guys. Take care. See you next time.